Greetings to all. Welcome to Future Officers Academy. Today we are going to see the daily current affairs of September 14. So today we are going to discuss the topics of accused has right to be silent during interrogation of judge. So which comes in the prelims perspective. Next, Mahua Moitra flies compliment with Lokpal against SEBI chief. So which we have to know under prelims perspective. Next, Railway Board chairman flags shortage of manpower. So which comes under GS3 under Indian economy. Next, India stands on WTO fish stocks, gets support from many developing nations. So which comes under same GS3 Indian economy. Next, Onitis Bodati, which comes under new term. Next, editorial analysis. So these are the topics we are going to discuss today. So our first topic is about accused has right to be silent during interrogation of judge. So Justice Ujjal Bhuyan, in granting bail to Arvind Kejriwal, upheld the right of an accused to remain silent during interrogation, criticizing the practice of unnecessary arrests and emphasizing that investigative power should not override individual constitutional rights. So also with that, Justice, in his opinion, allowing bail to Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, affirmed the right of an accused to remain silent during interrogation. He stated that an investigation agency cannot presume guilt or draw adverse inferences from an accused's silence. Invoking Article 20, Class 3 of the Constitution, Justice Boyan emphasized the protection against self-incrimination applies during both trial and pre-trial stages. He criticized the practice of arresting first and questioning later, stressing that power to address does not always equate to necessity. Justice Beyond questioned the timing of Kejriwal's arrest 22 months after the FIR, advocating a balance between individual rights and investigative powers. So that's all from this topic. Our next topic is about Mahua Moitra flies complaint with Lokpal against SEBI chief. So the Trinamool Congress MP Mahua Moitra flied a compliment with a Lokpal against SEBI chairperson Madhabi Puri Boj, alleging quid pro quo ties with the Adani Group following Hindenburg Research's acquisitions of SEBI inaction due to potential conflicts of interest. So with this we have to know about structure of Lokpal. First, the composition. Lokpal consists of one chairperson and up to 8 members. Next, the chairperson. It must be a former Chief Justice of India, a former Supreme Court judge, or an eminent person with 25 years of expertise in anti-corruption, public administration, finance, law, or management. Next, their members. Half of the members are judicial and at least 50% must be from SC, ST, OBC minorities or women. Next, the judicial members. They must be former Supreme Court judges or former Chief Justice of High Courts. Next, the non-judicial members must have 25 years of expertise in anti-corruption, finance, law, or public administration. Next, their term. It is 5 years or until the age of 70. Next, their selection. It was appointed by the president based on the recommendation of selection committee comprising the prime minister, Lok Sabha Speaker, Leader of Opposition, Chief Justice of India, and eminent jurist. Next, their jurisdiction and powers. First, jurisdiction. It includes the Prime Minister with some exceptions, ministers, MPs, and Group A, B, C, and D officers. Next, their powers. Can superintend the CBI, confiscate assets in corruption cases, and suspend or transfer public servants. Next, the inquiry wing functions with civil court powers, preventing record destruction during investigations. So that's all from this topic. Our next topic is about Railway Board Chairman flags shortage of manpower. First, we have to know about the news. Railway Board Chairman Satish Kumar highlighted urgent manpower shortage in Indian Railways due to rapid infrastructure growth, increased assets, and safety concerns. He emphasized the need for additional staff to ensure safe operations and maintain expanding railway assets effectively. Next, the key information about the Railway Board. The Railway Board is the apex body of the Indian Railways, responsible for its overall management and functioning. The chairman and CEO oversee policy formulation, infrastructure development, safety and operations. The board reports to the Ministry of Railways and coordinates with other ministers for finance and infrastructure management. Indian Railways has seen significant capital expenditure from rupees 1.48 lakh crore in 2019 to 20 to rupees 2.62 lakh crore in 2023 to 24. It manages the maintenance of infrastructure including electrified routes, escalators, lifts, locomotives, and loco sheds, with substantial revenue increase in passenger earnings and freight loading. Next, the concerns raised by Chairman Satish Kumar is the first thing is manpower shortage. So, urgent requirement for additional staff due to exponential growth in railway infrastructure, new lines, and assets. Next, the safety issues. Recent major accidents highlight the need for more personnel in safety related roles to ensure safe train operation. The third thing is increased assets. So the number of locomotives grew by 59.86% between 2019 to 24, necessitating additional manpower for operation and maintenance. Next thing is non-feasibility of outsourcing. So outsourcing critical activities like track, bridge and locomotive maintenance is not viable due to safety compliance issues. Next, the capex increase. So capital expenditure growth has led to more assets requiring more staff for infrastructure, maintenance and train operations. Next thing is safety clearance. Safety clearance. So more manpower is needed to comply with the safety norms for clearance by the Commissioner of Railway Safety. So with this, we have the UPSC mains question which have been asked in 2014. The setting up of Rail Tariff Authority to regulate fares would subject the crash-strapped Indian Railways to demand subsidy for obligation to operate non-profitable routes and services, taking into account the experience in the power sector. Discuss the proposed reform is expected to benefit the consumers, the Indian Railways or the private container operators. So you can practice on this question. Our next topic is about India's stance on WTO fish talks get support from many developing nations. First, we have to know about the news. India's submissions at the WTO aim to curb harmful subsidies, promoting unsustainable industrial fishing while protecting small-scale fishers. Supported by many developing countries, the proposal seeks to balance sustainability goals with a fair treatment for developing nations' fishing sectors. Next, India stands on fishery subsidies at WTO. India demands stricter disciplines on subsidies that fuel unsustainable deep sea industrial fishing, mainly by large fleets. India emphasizes not burning small scale fisheries, particularly in developing countries, as they seek to expand fishing capacity sustainably. The country seeks a fair agreement that supports sustainability goals without penalizing developing nations disproportionately. India's submissions focus on addressing loopholes in the WTO draft that may allow large-scale industrial fishing operations to evade accountability. Next, their support and impact. Support from developing countries and LDCs are backed by many developing nations and least developed countries concerned with protecting small-scale fisheries. Next, Gambia fishing community supports India's call to address loopholes affecting sustainable practice in poorer countries. Next, their impact expected to check harmful subsidies that fuel overfishing and depletion of global marine resources. Also, could ensure better protection for small scale fisheries in developing countries, promoting sustainable fishing practices. It calls for more robust commitments from top subsidiaries like China, the EU, the US, Japan, and the South Korea. So that's all from this topic. Our next topic is about Onetis bodati. So we have to know why it is in use. Recently, researchers have identified a previously unknown dung beetle species, Onetis bodati, in the Non-Hillim Wildlife Sanctuary in Meghalaya. So we have to know about this Ontis borati. It is a dung beetle species belonging to the genus Onitis. Its appearances, males of most species have distinctive forelegs that are long, slender, and curved, often with teeth or spines. Next, the species belonging to the genus Ontitis were tunnelers. Males or most species have distinctive forelegs are that long, slender, and curved. During beetle species were previously only found in Vietnam and Thailand. The ecological significance is they are known for their ecological functions such as seed dispersal, nutrient cycling, and pest control and plant growth. The threat here is habitat destruction and climate change pose significant threats. Next, the key facts about Non-Highland Wildlife Sanctuary. The sanctuary falls in eastern Himalaya, global biodiversity hotspot, and located in the state of Meghalaya. The area consists of undulating plains of low hills, which are part of ancient Meghalaya plateau. The area has become broken and rugged, especially towards the west and north. Continuous erosion by the rivers Umtru, Umran, Umling, Umtezar, and small streams. The Umtru is the main river of the area, and the rest named about its tributaries. The Umetru also marks the western boundary of the reserve forest and the sanctuary. Next, their fauna. It is home to clouded leopard, elephants and Himalayan black bear. Next, their flora. Shoria robusta, Tectona grandis, Terminalia myriucarpa, Gemelinia arborea, etc. So our next topic is about editorial analysis. Our editorial analysis topic is the shock of crumbling infrastructure and the solution. So here, the recent reports of the collapse of several under construction bridges in Bihar underscore significant quality control and project implementation issues with India's infrastructure sector. The government aims to transform India into a developed nation by 2047, emphasizing infrastructure improvements through initiatives such as PM Gati Shakti, National Master Plan, and the Smart City missions. Despite increasing capital expenditure to rupees 11.11 lakh crore in budget 2024, the sector faces persistent challenges including time delays and cost overruns. Next, the project delays and cost overruns. First, the statistics on cost overrun is as of December 2023, 431 infrastructure projects with investment of 150 crore or more experienced cost overruns totaling rupees 4.82 lakh crore, highlighting severe financial inefficiencies. Out of 779 delayed projects, 36% were behind schedule by 25 to 60 months, with 23% delayed by 13 to 24 months and 15% by over 15 months. So, indicating a systematic issue in timely project completion, these delays and cost overruns impose additional financial burdens on the government, diverting funds from other critical projects and inflating procurement costs, thereby hindering overall infrastructure growth. Next, there are gaps in project management. The current project management practices reveal gaps in planning and execution, especially in urban infrastructure, where there is often insufficient capacity and oversight by local self-government institutions. So, inadequate planning during the project conception stage results in increased expenditures and ineffectiveness. Effective project management and planning are essential for managing large-scale infrastructure projects. Next, the modernizing project management practices with the real-time data management and global best practices is crucial for improving the efficiency and effectiveness of infrastructure project. Next, the program management approach that is the way forward. First, the Skendra Binkin Industrial Corridor in Maharashtra exemplifies the effective use of program management approach, coordinating multiple projects to optimize resource use and achieve unified objects. Establishing an agency to contact professional courses in project management akin to the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, while enhance project execution standards and develop of a skilled workforce. Next, the government's role and funding. With sustainable taxpayer funding allocated for infrastructure, it is imperative to implement robust program management systems to prevent project failures and ensure what is efficient use resource for future ready infrastructure. So with this, we have to know about what is the current organization structure of Indian Railways. The Indian Railways was established in the year 1853 and it is one of the world's largest railway network. The first railway on the Indian subcontinent ran over a stretch of 21 miles from Bombay to Thane. India is projected to account 40% of total global share of rail activity by 2050. Indian Railways crafted the National Rail Plan for India 2030 to develop a modern railway system. We have to know about the revenue also. In 2022 to 23, Railway of Indian Railways earned 69% of internal revenue from freight and 24% from the passenger tariff. The remaining 7% was earned from the other miscellaneous sources such as parcel service, coaching receipts, and sale of platform tickets. Next, we have to know about their structure. Under the structure, first the Ministry of Railways comes. Their responsibilities are to formulate overall railway policy and set strategic direction, oversees budgetary allocations for the Indian Railways, approves major railway projects and expansion plans, provides policy guidance to the railway boards. In budget 2024 to 25, capital outlay of rupees 2.52 lakh crore has been allocated to the Ministry of Railways to make advancement in railways. Next, the railway board responsibilities are implement of policy set of Ministry of Railways, oversees day-to-day operations of Indian Railways, formulates long-term plans for network development, modernization and safety improvement, issues directives and guidelines to the zonal railways. Their role, zonal railways role here is totally 17 with the proposed 18th zone South Coast Railway. Zonal railways further divided into divisions managed by divisional railway managers. Each division further subdivided into smaller units for specific functions, for example, workshops and tariff management. Next, their responsibilities. Each zone is responsible for the efficient and safe operation of its geographical territory, oversees maintenance of tracks, rolling stock, and railway infrastructure within the zone, implements safety regulations and producers. Next, the generates revenue through ticket sales and freight charges. Now, what are the recommendations have various committees made to enhance the railway safety? First, the Kakodkar Committee in 2012 establishes a statutory railway safety authority. Which one? Kakodkar Committee 2012. So, forming a non-lapsable Rashtriya Rail Sanraksha Kosh of rupees 1 lakh crores over 5 years for safety projects. Next, adopting advanced technologies for track maintenance and inspection, enhancing human resources development and management, ensuring independent accident investigations. The next is Buyback Debroy Committee. So, which is in 2014. So separating the railway budget from the generate budget, also outsourcing non-core activities, establishing a railway infrastructure authority of India. Next is Vinod Rai Committee, which is in 2015. Setting up an independent railway safety authority with statutory powers, forming a railway accident investigation board for impartial inquiries, establishing a separate railway infrastructure company for owning and maintenance railway assets. Next, Rakesh Mohan Committee. Rakesh Mohan Committee in the year 2010. So revamp the accounting system to align with Indian GAAP. Expand the railway presence in FMCG, consumer durables, IT, containerized cargo, and automobile segments. Also focus on long distance and intercity transport, speed upgrades, and high speed rail corridors for passenger services. Improve connectivity to industry clusters and major ports. Develop logistics parks at key network hubs. So, with this, we have to know about what are the measures can be taken to improve the railway sector in India. The first thing is integrated multimodal logistics solution. By developing integrated logistics solutions that is seamlessly combine rail, road, and air transportation modes for efficient door-to-door movement of goods and passengers, establishing logistic parks and multimodal hubs near major industrial clusters and urban centers to facilitate intermodal connectivity and reduce last-mile efficiencies. Next, the renewable energy integration, developing a comprehensive renewable energy strategy to transition the Indian railways towards clean energy sources such as solar, wind, and biomass, undertaking large-scale installation of solar panels on station rooftops, vacant land parcels, and along with the railway tracks to generate renewable energy for traction and non-traction purpose. Next, exploring the deployment of battery, electric, and hydrogen fuel cell technologies for road stock and auxiliary power units, reducing the railway's carbon footprint and environmental impact. The next thing is intelligent transportation system, that is ITS, implementing advanced ITS solutions such as a real-time tariff management system, automated train control system, and intelligent signaling systems through Kavach to optimize network capacity and to improve the safety. India can also learn the Germany's Deutsche Bahn, renowned for its punctuality and operational efficiency. Next, the value capture from land development, leveraging land assets near railway stations for commercial development, projects like malls or office spaces generating revenue streams beyond ticketing. Next, final thing is leverage digital twins and predictive analytics, developing digital twins of the entire railway network, including infrastructure, rolling stock, and operational system to create virtual replicas for stimulation, testing, and optimization, implementing predictive analytics and machine learning algorithms to analyze real-time data from sensors, cameras, and other sources to enable proactive maintenance, optimize asset utilization, and enhance safety. India can learn from the Netherlands. Netherlands Superwagen is in this regard. Integrated digital twins and predictive analytic with the decision support systems to enable data-driven decision making and proactive risk management. So that's all from today's news. To get more daily current affairs videos, follow our YouTube channel, also our Telegram channel. Thank you.